My name is Cynthia Hawkins. My company is called College Admissions Planning Service, CAPS for short. Fortunately, my CAPS domain name was taken, so if you want to email me, you gotta write the whole thing out for now until I can get a shorter one. But again, what I said on our agenda, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the tests and their role in the college admissions process, take a look at the SAT and the PSAT at a glance, talk about some strategies, talk a little bit about the essay portion of it, and then we're going to do a 10-question test drive, and then we're going to review those questions and show you the different strategies that we talked about a little bit up in here, and see how you can employ those into yours. The best thing that you can do once you get the information is that you incorporate it into your study plans. Everything about these exams is about repetitive use. You have to get used to recognizing those types of questions. Your GPA in your core classes, your science, your math, your English, your social studies, and foreign language. That's all they care about. How you do in those classes will show how you do in the rigors of their classes in college. So pushing the grade, pushing the bar, do better in the classes as best as you can, and then testing yourself out as you move along to see if you can handle honors and AP will give you a better feeling in your senior year when you're applying to colleges. So everyone wake up in your junior, senior year and say, I think I might want to do Cornell. Unless you had the grades and a lot of things behind you, it just doesn't happen like that. So you have to be prepared, and this is a way of getting prepared. But the GPA is the most important thing. The next thing comes those SAT or ACT scores. Then they look at other things like personal statements, essays, where you ranked in your class. Yes, class rank is important. You don't know your class rank because you actually have to go in at merit-based scholarship, where at certain colleges it can mean a free ride. And free ride means they pay the whole thing, only because of the fact that you got a score. So Mr. University of Michigan, that costs about $40,000, that's a merit-based school. So if you get a certain score on your PSAT, you can almost probably get close to a full ride there, based on getting that score. So does that give you a little incentive to really get some good prep going on that one? And your sophomores usually take one as a practice, which is good. Take it as a practice and do it. The junior one is the one that's going to count. So don't, like I said, don't get upset when you see your sophomore grades. It was just a practice. You might not even have all the classes yet that you need, the algebra, geometry, and trigonometry. You might not even have it.
Yeah, what was the date that they typically
take? So it's
take?
about October 15th, and it's usually on a Wednesday. It's usually midweek. They shut the whole school down. Seniors usually have that, they decide to skip it, but mainly they try to keep them quiet so they find other ideas for them to do. That's when I usually do a college tour as well. So we always got some things going on. Now, how, as I said, how is it different than the SAT? The structure, SAT has 10 sections, PSAT has 5. The length, that's for almost 4 hours, PSAT is about 2. The purpose, college admission scholarships, PSAT is only for the national merit recognition and scholarships. Your scoring on your SAT is 2,400, PSAT 240. So now you see the comparison on them both. Good, so we turn to the next page. What I did is I put a little bit more of the SAT at a glance, because the PSAT is going to become a blur and you're going to forget about it, and then you're going to be focusing on your SATs. Because the PSATs in the fall of your junior year, your SATs start in the spring of your junior year. So it becomes a blur and you kind of think, oh, I forgot about those grades, and before you know it, you're doing SAT. Depending how the scoring goes. For every correct answer, you get that 1 point. If you omit a question, you don't answer it, you get 0. If you decide to answer it and it's incorrect, it's 1/4 point off. And then they have something called the grid-ins, where kind of like the math questions where you figure it out and you grid in the answer. If you get it wrong, you don't have the right answer, you still get a 0 on it. Bottom line, when it comes down to the SAT, those little 1/4s add up. You'll be surprised when you see do a practice test. You can get a lot of those little 1/4s, because you know what happened? While you're in school, you run, it's like they'll say you got 5 minutes left. And for some reason, you all feel you got to bubble that thing in, because that's what they told you to do, that when you were in school. Just bubble it in and take your chance at it. Well, on an SAT, that really can affect your answer to the question. Because it's in your best interest not to answer it. Omit it. If you don't know it, omit it. Huh? So leave it alone. Move on to questions that you can't answer. And then if you have the time, we're going to go back at it, see these strategies we talk about, see what you can employ in there. But if you can't, you have no idea, like certain questions like graphs, give me a rash, I would stay away from. Same thing with PSAT. Remember, it's a baby brother. It mimics. So your easy questions are going to be in the beginning, and the harder ones at the end. So don't think those easy ones sometimes. You can spend a lot of time on those easy ones, and it doesn't work for you. So do understand that. So the easy ones, you might take better shots at them, knowing the ones toward the end. Let me go back to the beginning, because that end one I don't really understand, and I can't spend that much time on.